I already did. Now let me see. Okay, here are you. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he will come in. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Nita's Universe. Today I have a very influential guest here. His name is George Estes. He is from the Black Panther Cubs party, and I am very, very, very excited to talk to him today. We just have to wait for him to come in. I already invited you, George. I sent you just now an invitation. I hope it's working now. Now, let me do it like this. Oh, man, my bad. That was my fault. I know what I did wrong. Hold on. Shoosh, how can I do this? How can I look for somebody? But I already did. Well, I actually did it right, though. I thought it was my thing, but I can do it like this. And I already sent the invitation. I cannot do it again. So I hope it will work now. Hey, Michael. How you doing? Hi, Charlene. Let me see. You know what's weird? It's telling me here I can invite some people, but it doesn't show it on his name. But I will wait again and hope that it will work now. Hey, Kendra. How are you? And thank you, everyone, for tuning back in. I hope it will work now. George, I don't know if you have to go in your messenger or maybe I don't know where it will show the invitation. So, hey Sandra, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I don't know where it will show the invitation, but I hope you will see it though. Does anyone know where it will show, like where the invitation pops up? Does anyone know that? Because I don't know. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now it shows him. But why not George? This is going to be interesting, you guys. Okay, you're looking. Hold on, let me see something. It showed me something here. Huh? Michael, let me know if you want to be on here because I see here something, but I'm not sure if it is right. But George, maybe I don't know if you have to get out of the live or something. Yeah, I seen yours. Yes, Michael, I seen yours. So, George, you can also request to be in this broadcast. Thank you, Michael. I didn't even think of that. See? So, you can also request. Yeah, I mean a little bit, but you know, I keep my cool. It's all good. So, thank you. So, George, like I said, you can somehow request to be on this broadcast, even if you don't see my invitation. Maybe you can try that. I hope it'll work. Kannst du vielleicht die Lampe ein bisschen zurück tun? Nur ein bisschen. Die Lampe ein bisschen zurück. Nur ein bisschen. introduction. George, on the bottom here, when you look at the comments, you see different things that you can click on. And you can click on this person or whatever, and then you can request to be on this broadcast. It's a white icon with 2 boxes in it. Yeah, senors. But I cannot get George on here somehow. But it's okay. I'll wait. We're gonna get this interview together, so I'll be patient. You say it is?
They said George Essence is live now.
You sure? Huh.
Look.
Oh, George, you know what's the problem? Your other phone is still on live. That's why it's not working. You have to get out that live and join my live. I cannot hear you. You have to get out of that. Yeah, okay, but you got to get out of the live now that you have on your page so you can join mine. Okay? So, let me see. Okay. Just stay with me, people. We're going to get this together. Ist er noch auf live?
No.
Okay.
Oh, 5 minutes ago. But
There you go. Okay. Hi, Jacqueline. Mwah. Okay, I see. Hold on. Yes, there you go. Okay, no answer from live video guest. This is what it tells me here. I will approve it again and add you. And again, it tells me there is no answer from you. No answer from live video guest. I try it again. I don't know what's going on, George. Dankeschön, Jacqueline. But, George, I don't know what's going on. You still live. You have to get out of your life. You have to get out of your life.
I'm going to end this and get on her interview.
Oh, okay. He's still on it. Okay, all right. Okay, he's going to be here in a few seconds, few minutes. I will, well, it's saying again. Approve. Add. It's not working. Yes, I did have a request here. Now, just could you maybe send me the request again? And then we'll see if it works. Let's check and see. Okay. And then we'll see if it works. George, can you send me another invitation? Because I cannot invite you again. trying, but it's not working. Hold up. Wait a minute. My bad. George, you cannot call me via Messenger. You have to join, or you have to accept the invitation, or send me another invitation here on the live, or another y'all are so sweet. Thank you. But yeah, you can send me another request, George, and then I'll try to approve it. I'll see if it works. And for those of you who are just tuning in, I welcome you to my new show, Nita's Universe. And today I have a special guest. His name is George Estes, and he is from the Black Panther Cubs Party. And we are going to talk about his life, his family, and some other things. So just stay tuned. He'll be here any minute. Any minute. So let me check and see. I cannot. Let me see.
George Estes joined.
I cannot see it. George, can you please send me another request here on the live so I can approve it? Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Now, let's hope this works this time, because Facebook likes to play some games. Oh, I think it's working. Let's see. It says adding. Hi. Hello.
Finally. Hello, Nita. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
It took long. It took a little troubleshooting on my end.
Yeah, your connection is really bad, actually.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Now it's good.
Okay. So how are you today?
Fine, I'm fine. And how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for this interview and this opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you that you accepted my invitation for this
I
interview.
know, finally.
Oh, I meant to generally, that when I wrote you that you said, yeah, I appreciate
Yeah, no problem, definitely. It's all
Yeah.
love coming from St. Louis and Chicago.
And love here from Germany too. So George, would you like to
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the people and tell them a little something about yourself and your family?
Basically, my name is George Estes. I go by a Twitter name and an Instagram name of King Chicago. That's spelled KingChecaugo. Basically born and raised on the south side of Chicago, Inglewood neighborhood. My family consists of the Hamptons and the Hoovers. Hamptons by Fred Hampton Jr. and his mom, formerly known as Deborah Johnson, now known as Aku and Jiri. And Larry Hoover, and I support the family and do a lot of campaigning for the revolutionary work for Fred Hampton and revolutionary work as well that Larry Hoover and the entire family does too. Basically, we moved to St. Louis like in 1996, so I've been in St. Louis, Missouri for over 20 years now. And essentially, I lived in New York for about 3, 4 years. In the late 80s, going into like 90, 91. 91, we had lived in Waukegan in North Chicago. I went to North Chicago High School and Waukegan High School. And then 96, moved out here to St. Louis. From 96 to currently, this is where we've been at. I campaign, and that's basically what I do. I'm a political activist.
Okay. Would you like to tell the people something about the Fred Hampton legacy?
Yes, the Fred Hampton legacy consists of the original Black Panther Party that was started in October of 1966 by Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton. They seen the talent of Fred Jr.'s dad, Fred Hampton Sr., and he ended up becoming the Illinois chapter chairman or deputy of the Black Panther Party of Illinois chapter. Basically, Fred Hampton Sr. He's a very talented, very great at connecting people and bringing people together. He brought a lot of the gangs together. He started Rainbow Coalition originally. His son was basically, and his mom, Deborah Johnson, at the time of the raid in Chicago back here on December 4th of 1960. And when they came and raided his father's home, Fred Jr., my brother, was in his mother's belly at that time. So he's definitely a miracle baby to be here with all of us. And I'm very honored and blessed to be able to be connected to Fred Hampton, and also, all of the family and all the revolutionary work that Fred does with his mom and with the Black Panther Party clubs. His daddy was a Black Panther Party member. Fred Jr. started out basically with the International People's Democratic Uhuru movement back in 1990. Fred Jr. was born December 29, 1969. He's now 48 years of age. His dad was assassinated at 21 years of age, and he was born August 30th of 1948. August 30th is symbolic for all of our people, and December 4th. August 30th is the day Fred Sr. was born, and December 4th is the day that they assassinated and took Fred from us. So every year, what we do in Chicago, but I don't want to get ahead of you with your questions and everything. So basically, in a nutshell, I deal with everything I got to deal with the revolutionary work for the Fred Hampton legacy and the Black Panther Party clubs, and I do all the work that I need to do for Mama Hoover, Diane Hoover, all of the grandkids, and Larry Hoover. But that's what I do. I work with the families, and we're trying to make change.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question. There are 3 different parties. There is the original Black Panther Party. Then you have the Black Panther Cubs Party, and then you have the new Black Panther Party. Are they connected in some way? And are there any differences between those 3?
All 3 are not connected, and there's a different ideology from what Fred Hampton Jr. and the Black Panther Party Cubs represent. With the original Black Panther Party, that consisted of the founders, Bobby Seale, who's still alive, and Huey P. Newton, who was assassinated supposedly in a drug deal in Oakland. The third organization is the new Black Panther Party, and that was based out of Dallas, Texas. It was a lawyer named, I want to say, Muhammad Shakur, Don't quote me on his name, but he was a previous chairman of that. And then you have right now currently Hashim Nzinga, who out of Dallas, Texas, who's the chairman over the new Black Panther Party. They all do their own thing over there. Bobby Seale is just touring colleges and universities and speaking and trying to keep all of the information up to date with this new generation. So what he do is he do a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of lectures at colleges. Fred Hampton Jr., his office is in the streets. So when I'm with Fred and I'm with the Black Panther Party Cubs, we going door to door. We in the streets. Like he quotes, the streets is his office. So Fred Hampton Jr. is in every city, in every neighborhood around this country, international. Fred Hampton will go there for any situation that's going on with our people, with the communities, with the police shootings and the killings. You name it, Fred is there. So I represent Fred Hampton Jr. I represent the Black Panther Party Cubs.
Okay. Sandra, you can invite people and you can also share the video. Okay. Now, could you dive in a little bit more about the assassination of Fred Hampton Sr.? And why? Why did he get assassinated? Like, what was the reason? And by who?
He was assassinated by COINTELPRO, by the establishment, basically. Chicago police pigs, the DA of Chicago. Saying that, you know, they looked at Fred as a threat because.
Can you say that again? Because the connection got messed up. Would you mind saying it again? Like you said, the police, and then from then on, the connection got messed up. Is unsere connection good? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Is
you.
it better now?
Yeah.
All right. FBI COINTELPRO was led by a guy named J. Edgar Hoover, which was over the FBI in that time in the 60s. He started this big investigation of Fred Sr. and called the Black Panther Party basically national security threat. Him as a man was a threat. And the reason why he was looked at as like he's a threat is because he's able to bring all groups, black and brown and whites, all together. So he was very powerful with the tongue and very charismatic, and he was able to present oratory to the people, and he'd be able to present it to them where they can understand it from their level. So Fred Hampton taught political education. He organized weekly rallies. He worked closely with the Black Panther Party's People's Clinic. He launched the Project for the Community, supervising the police. He was instrumental in starting the free breakfast program. The FBI and the government did not like Fred for his ideology of self-sufficiency for our people, economic development, et cetera, et cetera. So they were basically out, they targeted him, and they were out to get him because they know that we will have a Messiah that will rise within our people, especially coming from a poor background that we all came from. And the government's agenda is to assassinate anyone that they feel and think that's going to be a Messiah for the people. And that's who Fred Hampton Sr. was, a definite Messiah. He was assassinated on December 4th of 1969.
You said,
Go ahead,
you said the Messiah. I was watching a documentary, and they was showing some files about this agent, that this agent wrote, like letters that this agent wrote to other people, and they had the word Messiah in there. And in those files and those documents, it was stated that he said under like any circumstance, they have to mess it up in other words, you know, they have to infiltrate, they have to make up stories, they have to find any way to destroy him. Like they even showed you those files like in that documentary. I was like, wow, like they even had that word Messiah because they know what
Yeah,
time it is, you know? That's what I'm saying.
yeah, definitely. And that's basically what it was. And the FBI, the counterintelligence operative that they came up with, well, that stands for counterintelligence, and they shortened it up acronym COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program, and that's something from what you were saying, Nita, against anybody that's targeted or that they feel that's going to be able to help their people rise,
Yeah.
especially the oppression that they putting us through. So it was an Asian name. He was basically an informant for the feds. His name was I want to say William O'Neill, and William O'Neill was the main one who set up Fred and put barbiturates in this drink because I think he ended up making the dinner that previous night prior to them raiding the house at 2337 Monroe Avenue on the west side of Chicago. So Fred was put under with barbiturates, and I believe the guy name is William Neal, but he's basically a sellout. He's a rat, so his name is not really relevant. We just call him Neal. Neal was the one who infiltrated the Black Panther Party. He got next to Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton hired him as a security on his security detail, and he was the one that was at the house, in so many words, when it all happened. Gave the FBI all of the floor plans to the house, where Fred was sleeping at in his back room, in the room sleeping with his wife, Aku and Jerry, formerly known as Deborah Johnson, while 9 months pregnant. So this happened December 4th. Fred Hampton Jr. was born December 29th. So a few weeks later, Fred Hampton was born. So he was basically there when his father got assassinated.
That's crazy. That's crazy and very, very sad. Like, but there you can see how influential one person can be.
Yes.
One person can change so much and get the attention from so many people. And that's the problem sometimes in this world. As soon as you try to do good, you have people that try to tear you down and destroy everything that you do. But that's why we have to keep on doing what we're doing. And that's why it's a good thing that his son is doing all this work, you know, you all together.
Yes, definitely. A little history on Fred. Like I said, he's a political activist. He took on the legacy of his father. He's his father's twin. I love that brother. They kidnapped Fred back here in like the early 90s, like 1992, when the police ended up beating up Rodney King and all the riots had jumped off in LA. They gonna come with this felonious, this crazy charge of arson against Fred during the riots of the Rodney King beating verdict and all of that. Because when the police got acquitted, that's when all the riots was going on. So they charged him with arson. To make a long story short on that, he was convicted of arson of that situation, and he was set up and framed. And he ended up he got an 18-year sentence, but he did 9 years. And he was paroled on September 14th of 2001. So I guess he went in roughly about 92. So about 1992 to 2001, Fred Hampton was in them concentration camps in Illinois. You know, in there, spitting the game to the brothers in there, all through the Illinois penal system. And he got out, like I say, September 14, 2001. Fred is mentioned in a lot of songs, a lot of conscious rappers, a lot of other rappers that's not conscious. A lot of people try to drop his name and his daddy name in their music. And half of them not even approved. Not even name nobody in general, but one good brother of mine is Shine. Shine that used to be up on the P Diddy Bad Boys records that got deported back to Belize. Do you remember original Shine? He had that song with Bad Boys. He had The Life. Basically, he was the one that was going to court for the trial with P Diddy and J Lo, and he got convicted. J Lo and P Diddy separated the trials. I think P Diddy had Johnny Cochran, and Cheyenne had somebody else. His real name is like Levi. I want to say Levi Barron is Cheyenne's real government name. But he ended up doing 10 years from a 10-year conviction and got deported immediately like they deported Marcus Garvey. But Shine, I've communicated with Shine back here in like 2012 or 13, had long conversations with him. But they're trying to keep him out of the United States. But you know how the laws are. You could, if you get a felony and you're from another country, you know, you can get sent back to your country. So he's over there, but he has a mixtape called Gangland that talks about everything we're talking about. He got definite songs with Fred Hampton, about Fred Hampton rather, and mentioning Fred Hampton throughout that mixtape. But his name is Shine, and he has a mixtape that's very powerful, and it's named called Gangland. And that he's one of many artists that uses Fred's name in their songs or within their work.
Okay. Okay, we got this. Now, you're also making sure that the Hampton House is being saved. Could you talk about that a little bit? You know, save the Hampton House, what you doing there?
Yes, Fred has a website, and it's chairmanfredjr.com. Same way you spell chairman, one word, Fred Jr.com. On there, you can link up to his PayPal account where you can donate to the Save the House campaign. And what it is, the house is under foreclosure, and it's the house that his daddy was raised, grew up in as a young child. So his daddy's home has been passed down generationally, and they're trying to foreclose it and take the house, which should be a national landmark, let alone a museum. But you know how that go with the government. Yeah. So we're trying to, within our community, within these social network platforms, within our community, within our people. So he has a PayPal set up. You can go to his website and donate. We also have a direct link to the PayPal. I did post it earlier today also. So a lot of the postings, if you see Fred picture on my pages or videos of me and Fred or whatever, it'll be within the caption. The linkages would be within the description box. So we're trying to save the Hampton House. That's the hashtag, Save the Hampton House. And the goal is to raise enough money to be able to pay off these previous taxes that's owed and to be able to keep this landmark throughout generations so we can keep this legacy alive and keep the home within their family and for future generations.
Okay. And Donovan, yes, this is part of Nita's universe. George, would you mind telling us, like, what does the Black Panther Cup party stand for?
Basically, to quote Fred Jr., we are not a prison activist organization. We are a revolutionary organization. So what Fred consists of and as Black Panther Party Cubs is all about revolutionary work. One contact, one prisoner, one contact. We reach out to all of the inmates around the concentration camps of the United States of America. We're trying to help them out legally. We're trying to help them out with their sentences. We're trying to get them out of prison and help them to become upstanding people within our movement, within, power to the people. So Fred and the organization is all about revolutionary work. Like I say, Fred is stomping the streets. He's in the streets 10 toes down every day, barely gets sleep. He's been doing this for 24/7, and he's nonstop. And he's very inspirational. I love Fred Hampton, and like I say, it's all about political activism and any senseless shootings, any violence in the community. Fred is there at the gas station, in the baddest hood in Chicago, if it's Inglewood, if it's Ferguson. Fred Hampton was out here in Ferguson with Mike Brown and the entire family, with the people of Ferguson, with the people of St. Louis, the Momwa Abu Jamal situation in Philadelphia. Fred is there, 10 toes down. I mean, you name it. If it's a political prisoner, Fred is there. If it's an injustice, Fred Hampton is there. So what the Black Panther Party Club consists of is us as a people, self-determination, us policing ourselves, us economically growing as a people, and anything that's going on in these communities with the genocide, the human trafficking, et cetera, Fred is there to stop all of this. So that's what he does, some of the stuff that he does.
Much respect, really, for real.
Definitely. Power to the people.
Yeah.
And in the words of he say, taking history, and making history. That's one of his quotes that he always say. And it's all about, like I say, revolutionary work, campaigning to free political prisoners, saving all our people in these impoverished neighborhoods and communities, and making it better for the next generation and this generation we're living in right now.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us something about Larry Hoover and the GD? For the people who don't know him or who don't know what the GD is.
All right, Larry Hoover is family. His mom is my grandmother, and he's my uncle. His brother is Wallace Bradley, which is my Uncle Gator, and another family member is Noble Amir Ali, and they run the United in Peace Incorporated, and they also run, let me get the quote, it is called, basically Brain Bang Campaign, Global Noble Dynamics, presented by Noble Amir Ali. I'll give you at the end his numbers and emails, but it's about stop the gang banging and stop the brain banging. Uncle Gator is a political figure, so he's in the communities and he's within the government branch of everything, saving these kids, saving these communities, saving these brothers from going to these penitentiaries, which Fred calls concentration camps. So all of the work that Uncle Gator does and Noble Amir Ali is a lot of the things and the ideas and the concepts that they all put their heads together about. Larry Hoover, Uncle Gator, Diane Hoover, Wendy Jenkins, all of them was putting their heads together since Larry been locked up throughout these years of him being kidnapped in ADX Colorado, Supermax, just bringing it together, and we're one unit, one family, and that's what we do. We're just on different coasts. I'm in St. Louis. Uncle Gator's in Chicago, probably around the 47th Street neighborhood. You got Noble Amir. He handles Peoria. He handles Chicago. Larry is just basically international. And you got the mom, you got Diane, you got the grandkids. We're all in Chicago, and we all do events every year. You got the Boss Weekends that goes on with Gator and Noble, and Diane be a part of it also, and Wendy. Then you got Mama Hoover's birthday around the May 24th weekend. We do Mama Hoover's birthday celebration every year, and everybody come out to support Mama and the family. Larry's birthday is coming up November 30th, so we're doing a huge event that day. Larry will be 68 years of age November 30th. He's 67 right now, and he's been in prison since 1973. State prison from 73 to like 96, and they came and got him, I want to say 96, on the federal charges, RICO Act, conspiracy, et cetera, et cetera. Gave him 6 life sentences, and he ended up getting kidnapped 4 o'clock in the morning and getting taken to Metropolitan Station in Chicago first, and then they got him in the cave in ADX, Colorado. And I also leave address and everything at the end for everybody, so they can be able to send positive letters. I'm always sending out his address. You asked me earlier about the address, but the address is definitely posted on a lot of descriptions on the pictures or the videos that I post up there. So I'll give them to you online or throughout the end of the video.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Yes, there's something that I would like to talk to you about too. Because I watched the documentary a few days ago, and then I've seen an agent. I don't know if he was an agent or a policeman or whatever, but he was saying that while Larry was in jail, that there was a lot of drug trafficking happening with the GDs and stuff like this. You know, it's like the way they put it. I was thinking to myself, well, I'm gonna let you go there, but I'm gonna say this. Do you think that he was framed?
He was definitely framed and set up by the elites, by the government. He was definitely, I'll say it again, he was definitely framed and set up all day long. They claimed they had a 17-year undercover investigation on Larry while he was in different Illinois penitentiary. If he's in Vienna, Pontiac, or Stateville, or any other state prison in Illinois, they're claiming that they had a 17-year investigation on Larry. And then they claimed that there was bugs and wires, and they used the visitors as guinea pigs. So they was unaware, oblivious to being wired in the name tag while visiting Larry.
Crazy.
Which they didn't do. There was no conversations on there to incriminate Larry or any of that. But you know how the federal system works. It's not a fair ball game with the federal system. He is who he is. So, you know, we don't really need a jury in so many words of his peers, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, they basically, he's framed and set up.
That's crazy. They tapped the people that were visiting him. Wow. Like, how much did they try to get him? Like, what was it, or is it about him that they are trying to get him so bad? Like, that's just simply insane.
People listen to Larry, all the positivity that he has, all of the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding that Larry has. People can relate, and they know his plight. They know what he's trying to accomplish, or what he's trying to do for our people, our communities, our families, for individuals that came from being gang bangers or drug dealers or thieves or whatever you was back in the days. He's the type of person that can resurrect you. He can resurrect your mind, resurrect your physical. And the government did not like that. One man can have all of this power and do all of this, and everybody listens to him. So once again, it goes back to that Messiah word. You know, if they felt Larry could be a Messiah if he stays out in the streets, and he's going to be so big that he's going to be bigger than life, et cetera, et cetera. So we need to stop this ASAP by whatever tricks of the trade, the COINTELPRO, the bugging and the wiring, all illegal wiretapping, violated all the constitutional rights. You know, for them, the way they, like you say, for the way they got him, it wasn't the way they got most of us. It's never fair. And the way they got him before they kidnapped him, they kidnapped Larry from his family in 1972, 1973. That's the kidnapping. And he's been in concentration camps from 1973 to right now. Time served. Our whole campaign, what crime has he committed that warrants a man to be locked up for over 40-something years, almost 50 years? And when we can watch the news today and see these other pedophiles and different people that get caught up on these charges, the DA don't want to charge them, or the case get dropped, or they get probation, or a couple years at a Boy Scout camp type situation, get right back out and do the same thing again. So it's a cold world, a very cold and corrupt world.
Yeah. It's just not fair, you know. It's
But
like if you really do something messed up, they just tap you on the head. If you try to do something good or make a change in this world, they really want to get you. It's like it's twisted, like it's upside down.
most definitely, most definitely.
Now, since we talking already about Larry Hoover and his whole situation, you have a Larry Hoover movement going on. Could you tell the people what this is about, like what you're doing?
Well, basically, we have like on change.org, Uncle Gator and a couple of the other family members had made a petition for Larry. It has over the amount of signatures for him to be released, for him to at least be minimized to like a medium, low level type of prison. Um, Basically, the movement consists of us gaining his freedom, of him being able to come home to his mother, Odell Hoover, to be able to live out the rest of his life with his grandbabies, to be able to live with his wife, Wendy Jenkins, to be able to be with his sister, Diane Hoover, to be able to be with everybody who was instrumental on freeing Larry and instrumental on staying positive and doing everything that he told us to do within the blueprint. And I'll get to that once you're ready to get to all of that. But he changed it from a negative to a positive. And all the things that Larry have changed his life about is I'm the product of that. A lot of brothers and sisters on this internet or in the world is products of Larry Hoover's change, the change for the better. And we want to change this world together because we are the majority, like we spoke about, we are the majority, not the minority. But I'll let you go ahead.
Yep, that's true. They telling lies. They want to make us feel small, but we are the majority, definitely, no matter what they say.
Yes.
You told me that one time Larry gave you a call. That was like a very, very special phone call. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit. It's going to be part of the documentary that I eventually release, and we're in the works of getting everything together with that now. And we got to add some other stuff on there. I got to add Uncle Gator, Noble, Mrs. Jenkins, and a lot of other people on there before I release it. But July 11th of 2012 was the day that he appointed the time that he would reach out and call my phone out here in St. Louis. Diane came to me June of 2012, and I'm like shocked, flabbergasted. She like, George, make sure your phone, like I was having a problem connecting right now today. I'm always having a problem getting a connection when it's time to connect, but make sure your phone is working, George. Make sure you ain't got nobody else on the phone because the government will disconnect your call if you try to three-way, if they wrong person in the background or anything out of the ordinary, them people disconnecting the call. So she was like, George, get ready. Larry will be calling you. I'm busy. Larry will be calling you on July 11th of 2012. I'll be up in a minute, Ty. And so July 11th come around. That morning, probably about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, I get the phone call. This is a recorded, monitored phone call. ABS, whatever it said, from Larry Hoover, will you take it? Of course I'll take it. So I answered the phone call. You know, you can imagine how that phone call would go. First of all, tears welling up in my eyes. I'm hurt because of what he's going through. I'm very empathetic to everybody's feelings, and I can't imagine not being around my family for that many decades. So for me to be to talk to a strong brother, keeping me strong and telling me it's gonna be okay, that brought tears to my eyes. So some of the stuff we basically talked about was all about the positivity, what I need to do, how I'm going to do it, and make sure that I take care of his mother, Mama Hoover, and the grandbabies. And he was really impressed. It was a linkage with the rapper Little Boosie, because Little Boosie was going through his death row case out there in Baton Rouge. My father's side of the family is from Lake Providence, Louisiana. So I have all family and connections all through Louisiana prior to meeting Boosie back in, I want to say 2007 to 8, I met Boosie for the first time. So we had a long relationship prior to him getting acquitted. So I brought Boosie's to Larry's attention. And I'm like, Boosie got some good lawyers that can help you out. And the lawyer that I have in mind sent him the paperwork, mailed it out there to ADX, let him know who the guy was. The guy was the one, the lawyer I'm speaking of, his name is Wesley Robinson. He was instrumental and the main reason Boosie got acquitted, because this lawyer was the one who chose the jury. You know how to choose the right jury of your peers to get you out on the truth. So Boosie was acquitted because of this man named Wesley Robinson, a good friend of mine. He got to Larry's attention, and Larry was like hyped about it, excited. He's like, yes, that's who I want. And he wanted to send me some money. And I was like, you ain't sending me no money, Larry. I got you. My last dollar, my last penny is I got you. I got mama. I got Diane. Whatever they need, whatever they want, I got them. And he's like, no, I got you. So it was like, Larry, it's okay. We got the money. Well, I got the lawyers situated. Everybody else pitched in. Uncle Gator, Wendy Jenkins, Lil Larry Jr., Bernard. Everybody pitched in and got the lawyer payment secured. And he's been working on the case from 2012, leading up to Larry having lunch with Jeff Ford, leading up to Larry getting moved around to better circumstances. I'll find out what the new circumstances are when I go see everybody December 3rd weekend for the Fred Hampton commemoration of his dad's assassination. And for the weekend, I'll be with Mama Hoover and everybody. And you'll be doing the interview, like I said, within that day too, whatever, within that weekend. But we talked, it was a 15-minute phone call. That's the maximum. But the shocking part is that I was on state parole at the time. And for me to even get approved, I'm thinking to myself, maybe the government just wants to hear something or know something between me and Larry, because I was shocked he approved for the phone call. So for them to approve me for the phone call on parole, get the phone call, didn't get disconnected, did the whole 15 minutes, Nita. Great conversation. It was laughter. It was sadness. It was emotional roller coaster. It was missions that need to be taken care of. It was missions that went to pass already. I'm not done. We not done. Larry coming home, believe that. And the Free Larry Hoover movement is just all of us as a family and as a community coming together, being on one accord, being on one page for the sake of the old man, as they call him. For the sake of Larry Hoover freedom, we're getting our connections and family issues put to the side to be able to benefit Larry. And then once Larry get benefited, you know the world will be benefited. So the roadblock with the family and all of us, if we can't get Larry out, Larry not going to be able to help the communities and all these babies from these senseless shootings and all of these killings and all of these pigs that's out here killing us and all this genocidal murder and hatred that's going on. So that's the mission, Nita, is to free Larry Hoover and to be able to get him out of ADX Colorado so he can get back home with his family, so he can get taken care of, better medical care, et cetera, and then we'll really be able to hit these communities up on a worldwide stage. That's going to be a day that people are going to be like, whoa. And that man, he will be coming home. He will be released soon.
Yeah, yeah. I really wish for y'all that it will happen soon.
And that's what I believe with all my heart that it will happen very soon.
Yeah, for real. It's been too long. It's been too long. Like they act like I don't know, like he was really doing something bad, like really bad. I mean, over 40 years, are you crazy? That's unnecessary. Very
I'll
unnecessary.
elaborate, I'll elaborate on what you mean. It's not that they were thinking that he was doing something bad. See, they know the truth. They tell the people the lies. They tell the media, engineer the media to tell the world about the negative and he's doing this and doing that. First of all, he's in a prison, 23-hour lockdown. Maybe he get an hour out in another enclosed room. So, Larry not responsible for nobody's charges, nobody's convictions, nobody's ignorance. He's not responsible for none of that. The government know the truth that he changed the concept from the negative way of living, the negative way of thinking back in the days when he was a youngster and immature like we all were once upon a time, to the new concept from GD Gangster Disciple to growth and development.
Yep.
So when the man changed his life for the better, that was the hugest, biggest threat in the government's eyes. Because once again, a Messiah can rise because everybody came from a life of being a demonic or a devil type person. And they say that the devil was once an angel and we were once the devils. So for him to change his life around from being a bad person to being a great person and an upstanding person, they was like, mm-mm. And that's how they buried him. They buried him with them crazy setup with the wiretaps, get him with the federal 6 life sentences to bury him, to bury the truth, all because he changed the concept from Gangster Disciples to growth and development. Got everybody on the same level of the voting drives or registration with the 21st century vote, with the United in Peace with Uncle Gator, et cetera, et cetera. So all the positive stuff, Nita, is what made them be like, let's put them up under a rug.
It's crazy. But he'll get out anyway, and then he can tell his side of the story. So
Yes.
it's all good. Now, what does
Most
the
definitely.
GD do? What does the GD do today?
I mean, there is no, board members, regions, and all of that like it used to be. It's nothing. It's none of that anymore. It's a bunch of, it's a really a large amount of lost individuals that's doing their own thing. That's a lot of them that's doing positivity. There's a lot of them that's drawing off the concept of growth and development and the new concept and the blueprint. But it also is a lot of people that's not worried about leadership, that's not worried about rules, that's not worried about standards. So when you say what are the GDs doing today, it's not like everybody not recognized if they are out there still gang banging. You're not recognized if you gang banging. You're not part of us. You're not recognized if you're out here raping women or being abusive to women or children or burglarizing or stealing. You're not recognized by Larry and the entire family of being part of growth and development. The word in itself tells you that's what it is. If you ain't grew or grown and developed as a better person in this day and age, you're not part of that banner of growth and development, especially if you're still drawing off, oh, I'm GD, meaning Gangster Disciple. So a lot of people that's claiming, if it's the rap industry or it's kids that's out here in these streets, if they're claiming the negative, they're not claiming Larry's ideology on what he does now and how he want to live and how everybody else should live now. So that's what it is, Nita, that if you're not drawing off the growth and development principles and his concepts that he got in the book and that he had written out, you're not, like he said, here's his quote. He basically said, if you can't become a part of the solution, then live with the knowledge that you are contributing to the problem. So if you contribute to the problem, like Larry said, you're not part of us.
Yep.
So if you contribute to the solution, welcome.
Yep. Yep. But it's like a lot of people like to use either his name or claiming to be there from the GD. And, back in the day, it really spread out through America. But I think a lot of people just got the whole concept wrong. They just want to be part of something to seem or sound cool or whatever. I don't know what the real reason is.
Yeah. The status, the stripes. I ain't gonna name no certain rappers in general, but there's rappers out there that dropped his name in their music. There's rappers out there that got rich off of Larry's name. There's guys in the hood that got rich off of Larry's name. I have no monetary gain for helping my family. I don't do nothing for the value of money. I don't value money, first of all. I don't do what I do for a monetary.
George?
Okay. Somebody tried to messenger. Where did I end off at?
About that people like rappers like to use Larry's name and stuff in their music.
Yes, and they became millionaires by using his name and giving that poison to this new generation and the stupid lyrics about shoot 'em up, bang bang, and I got cool and I got the drip, all this and non-valuable stuff that don't even mean nothing, but they part of the agenda. They part of what the elite want to do to our people and our kids anyway. But like I was saying about this solution, if you're not part of the solution, you're not part of this movement. You're not part of the Free Larry Hoover campaign. You're not part of this growth and development. If you're part of the problem, you are the problem, and that's something that's going to be dealt with in due time. So it's all about the people who are looking for solutions and who are living out solutions that we keep in contact with and collectively be up under one accord with the people who want solutions.
Okay. You campaigned and protested the Mike Brown killing in Ferguson, and you also had some events with his dad and the activist Anthony Shahid. Could you tell us something about that?
Well, very inspirational. Anthony Shahid, he's a great guy. He's a political activist as well. He's always on the front lines out here in St. Louis. If there's been any police shootings or any black on black crime or whatever type crime, Anthony has been there. Mike Brown's daddy, I met him, I want to say the first concert after Boosie got released from Angola. I want to say it was either the first or the second concert. That's when I first met Mike Brown Sr. But just observing what he'd been doing for the sake of his son and all of the work that he put in, and Mike Brown's mom, basically used to always run into him if I'm downtown at City Hall or if I'm doing the Reggie Clemens situation. Reggie Clemens is another good brother of mine, another political prisoner, but he ended up getting he was on death row. He won the appeal, came back out here to St. Louis, and he pled guilty to a life sentence. So he does have an opportunity now to be released in the next couple of years. So I met Anthony and them through campaigning for Reggie Clemens. And the Mike Brown situation that happened in August of I want to say 2014. It was huge, and everything you see in the news, it wasn't everything that was going on, because the media can paint a picture and make the innocent look guilty, make the guilty look innocent. So we were out there in the front lines in Canfield Green Apartments. I seen the new Black Panther Party out there. Of course, me, Fred Hampton Jr. was out there, and the entire Black Panther Party Cubs. Other organizations was out there. think there's another organization called The Voices or something. But campaigning and being out there with them was a great situation to due to the bad circumstances that we had to go through with the Mike Brown situation. But that was one of a million situations of killings that we had to come in contact with each other, protesting and speaking to the people. If you're having city hall meetings, you name it, I've ran into them and tried to work with them on multiple occasions, and I'll be contacting them sometime in this month of November also. But great people, and that was a great family. And once again, it was a Nazi, racist, prejudicial police officer, Pig, that assassinated that young boy. And he didn't have a weapon, got shot in the back multiple times, killed Mike Brown, Daddy's son, and left him out in the streets for like 4.5 hours. So it was it definitely, and then nothing that's going on right now, Anita. There's a lot of people who I met back from 14 to this year that has came up missing or has been killed. You know, a lot of the activists have been stomped in their cars, shot 2 to the head, and the car set on fire. A guy named, I want to say Danye Jones, my homeboy Darren Seals, and there's a couple other activists that ended up getting assassinated and lynched by the establishment. So Ferguson started a movement, started the Black Lives Matter situation and campaign and that movement, and it inspired a lot of the cities and states to stand up and get and protest and campaign and try to push for change. So he was basically a martyr.
Yeah.
Just like Hampton, he was a martyr.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's really sad that they do these things. It's like, I don't know. It's like a terror government, and then they out there looking for terrorists. Well, look in the mirror, I would say. You feel me?
Yeah. Yes, most definitely.
That's crazy. Hold up. Let me check. You have different connections in the music industry for national and local artist bookings. Could you tell us something about that?
Well, I created a company called Flat Out Entertainment. That's spelled FL@OUT Entertainment LLC. And I just wanted to help people that wasn't able to get their music out there, wasn't being seen by the right people, wasn't connected by the right people, or just getting the door shut on them. So I do like artist development. I booked a lot of shows out here in the St. Louis area mainly. I'm all over YouTube. I have videos all on WorldStar. All behind the scenes type work. I'm in rap videos as well. I ain't gonna name all of them, but I'm in a few rap videos. Basically, I hosted shows throughout St. Louis. I didn't booked a lot of national comedians and local comedians out of St. Louis. I had singers. I mean, any entertainment, any genre of music is what just rap, just hip hop. It ain't just, I don't want no gangster rap only. I want all aspects of music, of talent. So if you're talented and you are trying to pursue that dream, I try to pull the full potential out of the individual and get them in the room with the right person and get them around the right people, give them exposure, promote them to the fullest, and I go for bat for them. And mainly, Flat Out Entertainment, like I said, was established December 7th of 2010, and I did documentaries. I did also a lot of different work with the with the documentary you mentioned earlier, with the Larry Hoover documentary that eventually will be put out up under Flat Out Entertainment as well. And a lot of the work with Fred Hampton I have saved. I've never shared with the world. I'm gonna be doing more stuff starting this December and on down. So we'll have a lot of different filming projects, a lot of different production projects coming up with Fred Hampton Jr. and the Black Panther Party Cubs, and also with Larry Hoover and the entire family, Mama Hoover, Diane Hoover, Uncle Gator, etc. So I'll be doing a lot of stuff up under Flat Entertainment. Continue looking for talent. I'm always looking for talent out there. I'm building a new website, so I'll have all that together as soon as possible. But you can contact me on Twitter or Instagram with the handle @KingChicago.
I know a few people from St. Louis that are very, very talented. I could connect y'all.
It froze up for a minute. You there?
Yeah, I said I know a few people from St. Louis, and they are very talented, and I can connect y'all.
I didn't hear it. You had froze up. Need to say it again?
Okay, no problem. I said that I know a few people from St. Louis, and they are very talented, and I can connect you, you know.
Okay. Definitely. Definitely. I would be very appreciated.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. I am very, very interested in hearing some information about your father and the internet radio that he has.
Okay. Pop's name is, we call him Double R, but his name is Red Ross. And he works with Harold Davis with the Butt Naked Truth radio station. And they're broadcasting Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. I don't know where I put his information there, but you can download the Android app. It's called Truth Radio Chicago, or Chicago Truth Radio. You can also catch them on Facebook Live, and then their website is truthradio.net. So Harold Davis and my pops Red Ross is been around. He's a street legend basically throughout Chicago. Has been to the feds. Have been kidnapped, like majority of us has been, and he's basically all about doing speaking engagements at the University of Chicago, Columbia College, any institution that's out there in Chicago. So he do a lot of speaking engagements and lectures out there in the Chicago area. Butt Naked Truth Radio is on, I think, 82nd Street in South Chicago. So they are there every day, but they broadcast the show with different segments, different subjects, different issues. It's a range of truth. If it's neighborhood shootings, if it's something high profile in the news, you name it. Anything that's speaking the truth is what my father and Harold Davis does on Butt Naked Truth Radio. But he ran with Larry Hoover back in the days. He ran with some of the big guys back in the days. And nowadays he's just a father, a grandfather, an uncle. He does what he have to do for the radio programs, for all the speaking engagements. And he does a lot of work for Mama and Diane Hoover. And also he worked with Fred Hampton Jr. So he do a lot of revolutionary work as well.
I think it's very lovely, you know, that you have a family that is so active, you know. You have a very active family that is fighting for the people fighting for the truth, fighting for justice. And I mean, you have two families that are doing that. I think, I mean, that not everybody has the privilege, and what would you say are the positive aspects or the positive sides that you could gain through your experience with both sides of the family?
The revolutionary work that needs to be done, our continued plight to get out of oppression, for liberty and for freedom, for just being able to be looked at like a man, and you don't have to worry about your color of your skin. Um, Not have to worry about these disproportionate, draconian sentences that they give everybody. The crazy white supremacy, I mean, you name it. We just want to be able to live in a world of peace. If it's just with our people, it is what it is. But we just want to live in our communities, build our communities back up, and help our families. And the positive aspect of all of that is being able, like Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. says, taking history, and making history. So I'm privileged and honored to be able to be part of history. And when my kids get older and they have kids and my grandkids look back, they can say that my daddy was fighting the good fight for all of his people. He's a revolutionary. He always screamed, free this person, free that person. It's all about power to the people. So I want to be able 10, 20 years from now, when I'm getting close to me being older, that I can look back that I put in the work of our people and trying to free our people and save our people from the things that we've been taken from the beginning of time.
Yeah, I feel that one. For real, for real.
Thanks.
Are there any projects that are planned for the future? That's my last question for you.
The end of the month, like I say, Larry's birthday is coming up November 30th. So there will be some events going on that weekend. So I'm going to go to Chicago December 3rd weekend. That's a Friday. That weekend is when we commemorate the assassination of Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. of the Black Panther Party Cubs. We go to the house at 2337 Monroe on the west side of Chicago. We'll be doing live videos. We'll be doing interviews. Fred will be talking to people from around the world. He will be talking to the community. Everybody that show up will find out the truth from the son's mouth and from the wife's mouth, Fred's mother's mouth, Aku and Jerry, about what happened in December 4th of 1969. So they'll hear a first-hand account on what happened to Fred Hampton Sr., and they'll hear everything that's the work that needs to be done, everything that they've been doing, and how they can be part of the situation and how they can improve themselves. So it's a learning experience. It's going to be a bunch of workshops. So it's definitely a huge revolutionary situation that goes on every December 4th and every August 30th. We go to Chicago to do the same thing August 30th. So August 30th or December 4th is Fred Hampton Day, and that's when we do everything that Fred Hampton speaks about on these documentaries and on this social platform.
I think it's really important too that the family can also say something, because like we spoke the other day, it's like there's so many different documentaries that you can watch online, but you never really get to talk to the family. Like they just show police officers and just show some other stuff, but never the family. And I just had a weird feeling when I was watching that one documentary, because I just felt like something is not right, something is fishy. They can say a whole bunch of stuff, and the family is not there to say, well, it was like this or it wasn't like that. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of those documentaries have not been approved by Fred Hampton Jr., by Mama Aku, by Odell Hoover, by Diane or Wendy. A lot of the documentaries or information that's out there is not nothing that they approved of or put their name on. So be careful with a lot of the stuff that's going on. If it's fake news, fake accounts, or fake documentaries, just know that anything coming out of my platforms, anything connected with me, will be 100% authentic, straight from Mama's mouth, straight from Fred's mouth, straight from Larry's mouth. So anything we're doing with the Larry Hoover campaign or the Black Panther Party Cubs is coming from Fred Hampton Jr. or Larry Hoover.
And I'm glad that y'all doing this because you are very intelligent people, like really highly intelligent people. And this is what we need: strong people, intelligent people who are fighting for the cause.
Yes, that's definitely what we need. And I thank you for that compliment. But like I say,
Definitely.
I'm a product of Fred Hampton. I'm a product of Larry Hoover. I'm a product of Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, W.B. Du Bois. I can keep naming them. I'm the product of these great people who stood up, of Harriet Tubman, Sandra Bland. I'm the type of person that took on their legacies and didn't want them to be assassinated and killed in vain. They didn't live in vain. So I want to be the one that picks up their torch, keeps it lit, and keep it going for the next generation and make their lives and memories live on forever. I'm going to keep pushing on and fighting for all our people and everybody that's been assassinated. I'm going to
People appreciate that. Hello?
I
You
hear
there?
you. Now
Can you hear
I hear
me?
you. I'm here.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
It froze up for a
Um,
minute. It froze up for a minute.
yeah, I seen it. I seen it. I was like, what happened? But is there anything that you would
But
like
basically,
to
what I,
hello?
you want me to
Okay.
go or you going?
You can go. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
I was just basically saying that I want to be a voice for the voiceless, and I want to be their mouthpiece and their actions.
Said that very nice. Very well. Yep.
Thank you.
Somebody got to be the voice, especially for the weak people. Hello? Froze up again. I guess Facebook don't like us talking about the truth, but it's okay. They can't stop it. Let me see. Check if I can re-invite him. Yeah, he's gone now. Hold on, people. I'm gonna try to get him back. On now. Yeah, we'll see. Hold on, give me a second, people. Give me a second. Well, I guess his connection got messed up. I hope he will be back. And yeah, if you have any questions, just put it in the comment section, and then when he's back, we can go over the questions. So feel free to place your questions here. Let me see. George, I don't know if you can hear me, but you're gonna have to send me another request. And I don't see you here right now. Bear with me, people. He'll hopefully be back any minute. Check. I don't know what's going on, people. I guess it just was the connection. But I don't see him here. I might have to maybe... I'll just wait.
1 o'clock?
No. Let me check and see. I'm gonna check again if I can do it. If I can invite George. But I don't see him in here. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. If not, I'm gonna have to get off the live. It could be that his phone is off or something. I don't know. So try one more time. Can't get him. Well, I think I'm gonna have to end this here. I thank everybody for watching, for tuning in, and yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, you can still place it in the comment section, and then I will let him know. Make sure to tune in next time to Nita's Universe. It's gonna be next Friday, and I will let y'all know. I will post the exact time. And if you'd like to support this show financially, you can do that through a donation via PayPal. You can send it to benitareed1@hotmail.com. So I'm going to wish every one of you a very, very nice evening. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye.